No, I think I'm good.
I'm ready to go.
Yeah.
All right. Well, we'll dive right back into it, and I hope I prepared enough for you guys this week because I just don't know which way you guys are gonna go in this new week. So I probably over-prepared, and I'm not gonna lie, I might be a little heartbroken if you guys don't go certain directions, but I also don't want to make you go a certain way. But that's all cool. So let's jump back in. So you guys are in this torture room that you guys just saved the king from another Drow Elite guard along with some orcs. You guys spare one of your potions to stabilize and bring the king up to a point where he can at least kind of walk himself without too much aid.
Mm-hmm.
You guys hear some of the down the hallways around the room kind of echoes of swords and shields clanging together as you imagine the prisoners that you set free are kind of fighting and coming to battle with the various creatures that roam this dungeon. You guys are talking to the king as the fighting is going on all around you, and the king begs you all to save his beloved Snow and asks for your friend Tuvor to help you all save her. And he refers to him by his nickname, of course, Grumpy. And now we are in the throne room. I will say, for the purpose of bringing him up to his current health, getting this healthy enough and standing enough, you guys have probably had enough time maybe for a short rest, but that's it, and that's really pushing it. So
that's fine with me. I got my spell slots back then.
Okay, short rest in the time you guys were talking to the king and kind of just make sure he's okay before you just take off down the halls. A few prisoners that you released actually kind of fought their way to you guys again, trying to covering up the rear, so they may be able to give the king a little guard or guidance or protection while you guys proceed, or you guys are welcome to bring him along, or you're welcome to leave Grumpy behind, or it's really whatever you guys want to do. I'll switch over to you all. What you guys like to do next?
Real quick, for a short rest, do you gain any health back?
You can spend hit die.
Yeah, spend hit die.
So I don't know how many hit die you spent earlier in the last short rest you guys took.
None.
Okay, so you have you're level 3, so you should have 3 hit die.
So which ones do I roll for that?
If you just click hit die on your character sheet, it'll roll
and it will roll it for you.
Does it add con? I can't remember.
It does add the con.
Okay, cool. Chronis needing his hit die a little bit more than
Ooh.
Get those out of the way now. Get those out.
Yeah, really.
After a long rest, you recover half your hit die. Is that right?
It's up to the DM. It's either full or half. What
about when you level up? When you level up, is it recover the full amount?
When you level up, you get an additional one. On a long rest, you recover half of your hit die.
Okay.
So let's say we take a rest right now, we'd get 1 back.
Gotcha. Well, I don't want to make a hard and fast rule. I'll probably, depending on the adventure, if I made it too tough or whatever, I might be flexible and say a full one. But for most, I would say it's a half, because the hit die really kind of replaced the need for potions. So when you do full, I feel like it completely makes them obsolete. So we'll do half, unless I did a horrible job planning out your adventure. Okay. So you can spend as many hit die as you want, Chronis. You don't have to just do one. You can spend all 3 of them if you want.
Oh, I'm good. I was only, I think, 9 or 10 down before, so now I'm only 5.
Didn't you just get revived? Oh, but you got a lot of healing done as soon as you got back up, didn't you? Yeah. Okay. Anything else you guys want to do? Say, ask the king, talk to Grumpy.
Did the king tell us where the queen was?
He's not sure. He kind of was separated from her, and he doesn't really know how long he's been out. He did say that he was interrogated a little bit by this drow who was beating the crap out of him, but he did recall a purplish kind of figure with horns and wings that kind of were taking Snow away, but he's not sure which direction or where she went in this dungeon.
Okay.
All right, that's not a lot to go off of, but but we can keep searching. I think if we run across this purple individual, we might be at the right place.
More than likely. Are there any doors in this room?
Yeah, I'm sorry. There's a door to the northwest corner.
What's with the snow?
There's, the buildings and ruins, and snow's drifting into the ceiling where there's gaps and holes in the stone.
Oh, okay.
So I'll open that door for you guys in case you guys want to go. Well, I guess you should check, but you guys haven't been checking for traps this whole time, so.
No.
Yeah, we probably should.
It doesn't really make sense to put traps in a dungeon. I mean,
No.
or a prison, I should say, I guess, because they have guards walking around and they would potentially hurt themselves.
That's true.
So who wants to go check it out?
After the GM has lured you into a false sense of security, who wants to open the next door?
I will listen at the door.
Did you guys decide what you would like to do with Tuvor? Would you like him to stay behind to defend the king, or do you want to leave that to the prisoners that you released to kind of cover your end on?
I mean,
It might be useful having him with us, but we really can't leave the king unprotected, even if there are the other prisoners nearby.
but the king will probably say the more hands to go and save his queen, the better.
The king can even follow you guys and stay behind as well. It's whatever you guys want to do.
Why don't we do that? Like, we don't know if the prisoners are even winning out there.
That's true.
We should probably keep the king with us. Considering that's what at least I'm here to do, that's what I think we should do.
Right,
Tuvor will say that's fine, but he'll stay back with the king. He'll advance, but his primary will be to stay to the back and watch over.
Oh yeah.
So you all start proceeding down this hall, I guess. And do you guys want to do anything? You just want to open the door?
I'm gonna listen at the door.
Okay, just
See
go
what I
ahead
hear?
and roll perception.
Ooh.
good
decent.
roll.
So
Yeah.
you hear, let me get my notes, make sure I say the right stuff, because I was goofing that up all over the place last time. So through the door, you start hearing some movement and people walking and talking a little bit. Well, you assume are people. They're speaking in Undercommon. You guys have come to know that pretty well in here so far. Do any of you speak on? Oh, yeah.
I do.
Ooh.
Well, do you want to make a perception check? Because see if you can.
Yeah, I'd probably want to move up closer to get a.
I'll switch out.
Alrighty. Come on, good perception. Not bad.
16. So you can catch by the dialect and the way they're saying the word. It's definitely probably some more drow. And you can make out through the door, it's kind of hard to make out exactly what they're saying, but simply along the lines of the Dark One shall return the Empress, and she will rule the lands of Tual, which Tual is the continent you all are on. And again, you hear the other figures that that Lorna had heard through the door. There's quite a few of them scurrying into the next room.
All right, they're saying the Dark One will bring about the Empress. That can't be good. I suggest we hurry up a bit.
Yes.
All right. Anything else?
I'm gonna try and carefully open the door and try and sneak into the room
Okay.
if I can.
Go ahead and make a stealth check, and let me go ahead and get these guys passes.
Oof!
Oh, damn it.
Ooh.
Damn!
So, all right, hold up.
You know what?
So,
This works out too. This works out too.
you're messing with the door, and you just completely, like, I guess, misjudge your strength, and the door flies open.
My all of 8 strength.
Yeah.
Oh.
Exactly. You use the door weight to do most of the work. No. And you open the door and remove this. You guys will have to be rolling initiative before you do that, though. Here. So you open the door and you smell the fresh blood drifting around the room. You see 2 Quagoths standing out in the back of the room that are sitting there kind of munching down on some fresh bones and flesh from a previous victim. You also can see the snow and more of that drift and frost coming through into the room from the ceiling and the gaping holes in the walls. And that is going to, after that wonderful entrance, is going to bring us up for initiative. So everybody go ahead and roll for initiative.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
And I am doing the music bot tonight. I'm going to try. So definitely do that volume setting to make it not so obnoxious for you guys. However,
Alrighty. Chronis, did you click on your token before you rolled? Because I don't see you on the turn
No, I
order.
did not. I forgot all about that.
so just update that. There you go. Already did it. Let me get these guys initiative.
This music seems a bit upbeat for the situation we're in.
I actually had a custom one, and then when I got home, it says, this song's been deleted. This song's been deleted. I'm like, what?
Aw.
This is actually a perfect one.
Shit. I can't do it that way, so I'll do it differently. Let's see here. Everyone's already in there. Let me do. All right, and action is going to be on you, Chronis. Same thing, because there's a lot of people in your way. I'm going to just consider that difficult terrain. So each of those squares is going to be at least 10 feet of movement until you get into the room. And action's on you.
So that's 25. And then I'm going to sickle on the first one here.
Okay, go for it. All right, that is let me double check. That is a miss.
All right, and then bonus action, I'll do my unarmed strike.
Okay. 24 is a hit. Go ahead and roll for damage. All right, that's 4 points of damage. Is there anything else you want to do? Say you have a couple options, or is that?
No, I'm good for right now.
All right, Faerly, it's your turn.
Alrighty. Alright. Measure this. Alright. I'm gonna run up to this one right here. And as I'm doing so, I'm not grabbing my shield. I'm summoning my packed weapon, and this time it's taking the form of an obsidian greatsword.
Ooh.
Very nice. Okay.
That's a miss.
11, that is a miss. So you wield this great obsidian sword, but it just misses the Quagoth.
That's fine.
Okay, Skyboard, is that in your turn?
That's in my turn.
Okay, Skyboard, it's your turn, man.
So it's going to be difficult terrain on that snow.
No, not in the snow. You're good. Just they had difficult terrain getting through the body of people in front of them, and that. Got to do a tape or two board.
All right, I'm gonna produce flame and throw it at this guy.
Okay, go for it.
Never mind.
Oh.
What's wrong?
I missed.
10, yeah. So you fire the flame. Good news is it started to melt some of the snow in the room. Is there anything else you want to do with
Nah, I'm good.
Okay. All right. That brings us to the Quagoth. The Quagoths look at each other like, fresh meat. And they lock on. The one that you chain barging in the room after Faerly, he's going to go ahead and make an attack against you.
Go ahead.
Let's see. Multi-attack. 2 claw attacks. All right. Here comes the attack.
That will hit. Actually, no. I'm casting so it will miss.
Okay. Do I need...
21 right now.
You're 21 to the end of your turn.
The end to the start of my next turn.
Got it. Okay. Here comes the next one.
Oh!
So he slashes with the first claw, completely missing, aggravated at his misfortune, and he comes back with a uppercut with the other one with his claws gouging up your front of your armor. You take... Let's see. How do I do...
Well, more like the front of my dress. I'm not wearing armor.
Well, all right. You got the first base then. Slashing a damage of 5.
That's fine.
Okay.
I just spit at him in undercommon. Oh, it's playtime now.
And then the other one, let's make sure their movement's 30 feet. Yep. He's going to come, probably, I don't know. No, he'd probably come after you two because you came over there. No, he's going to get this guy. No, I'm sorry. Cyborg, you threw a fireball at him. He's going to come after.
Well, technically, it wasn't a fireball, but okay.
All right, you threw some flaming object at him. He's going to start kind of running forward to you on all fours, like running on his knuckles, and he's going to come up to you and taking a swing. Does a 16 hit?
It does.
So that's 7 points of slashing damage. Here comes the other one for 18.
That hits
And-
also.
That's another 6 points of damage. And then that brings us to you, Lorna.
Yay! She'll run up. Let's see how far. Okay then. There's her 30 feet. She's gonna attack this one.
Okay.
15
15's a hit.
for 12 damage.
All right. So you lay him into the Quagoth,
Yeah.
and he takes a good bit of damage. It's the first time he's been hit so far. Anything else you'd like to do with your turn?
No, she's just very happy that we're finally fighting.
All right. Action then is on Tuvor or Grumpy. So Grumpy is going to hear the battle going on. He's going to tell the king, please wait in the hall. And he's going to see how far he can go in one turn. He's going to sprint in and come up here because he can't get it that. He doesn't want to get that far away from the king and come up to this Quagoth. And he's going to take a swing with his Warhammer at it. Oh, actually, no, that's an action for a dash to get that far.
Mm-hmm.
Nope, that's going to end his turn. He's like, bloody hell, let's fuck these guys up, and tells the king to stay back. And that brings us to the Drow's turn. They're actually going to maintain. Two of them are going to maintain their kind of meditation, chanting the same chant they were saying before. But the one that you attacked, Chronis, he's going to take a swing back at you. With his short sword, does an 11 hit?
No.
All right, I didn't think so. So he takes a swing with the short sword and he misses, while the other two continue to keep their eyes closed and meditate and chant some additional words in Undercommon, but essentially still repeating, the Dark One will return the Empress, and that ends their turn. Which brings us to the top of the list, but everyone go ahead and roll a perception check.
All right. $13.
All right. So. Oh wait, I didn't forget to roll for 2 more. This is why I don't like playing an NPC. All right, 8. So no one is going. All right, so you all are going to be able to at least notice that, in addition to the snow and the crumbling ruins of the room, you guys can look out into the sky of the room, and see towers and little flickering of torchlights in the distance, just kind of giving you some perspective of what the size of this prison is. And that brings you to Chronis.
All right, I'm going to attack the drow again.
Okay, go for it. All right, that's a hit. 8 points of damage.
And then followed up with another unarmed strike.
Actually, hold that action. That one is. So you can move if you'd like, I think, and still make your unarmed strike. Is that correct?
Yes.
All right, so you can go ahead and do that, and then make your your second attack if you'd like.
All right, and then I'll unarmed strike the next one.
Okay. Okay, that's a hit.
And that'll be it.
Okay, so you throw your haymaker to the one and proceed to the next one, and do a good amount of damage to that one. All right, Faerly, that's
Alright. I really didn't like getting hit by this thing, so I'm going to take another swing at it.
Okay.
15.
15 is a hit
Alright.
with your obsidian sword.
Yep.
What?
That's... I'm not going to use any of my bonus action stuff. That's it for me.
Okay. All right. The next person up is Skywar.
Gonna whip it good. 13 hits them. There's a 13 hit this guy right here. Hello?
We can't
Can
hear
y'all
you.
hear me?
Hello?
Can
We
y'all
can
hear
hear
me?
you. We
We
can't
can
hear
hear you.
silent.
Yeah.
Oh.
Hello, hello.
Hello.
Hey.
What the hell? I thought I got that fixed. I plugged it in a different port. I hope that's not going to do this tonight. Yes, 13's on the.
Okay. He takes 5 piercing.
Okay, you rip out this vine and it just slashes him down, and he. All right. Anything else with your turn?
Let's see. All right, that's it.
Okay. Action is on the Quag. You see the Quagoth react to the blade, and he shouts out an undercommon like, "Come, my friends!" And everyone, you start to hear some kind of chittering and scampering that's coming across the roof of the building, coming towards the gap. And so the
no.
Quagoth is going to take a swing at you, Faerly.
Go ahead.
Oh.
That'll hit. That'll hit.
All right, that's 13 points of damage.
That's fine. That's fine. And I'm going to use a reaction on that because I did not like that.
Okay,
I'm
go
gonna-
for it.
I'm going to hellish rebuke this Quagoth. I need him to make a dex save.
Okay.
That's pitiful damage on that, though.
Doesn't take a lot. Does not take a lot.
So he takes 10.
Hey.
Okay, he takes 10 points of damage.
No, that's 8 damage.
Upcast.
Okay.
All right.
Oh,
The
right.
bottom. Yep. So he takes
Yeah.
10.
Here comes the second one, a 13.
This is
So that would just be 6 points of damage for a second attack.
that misses. The 13 misses.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yep. Okay. Then that's going to end that Quagoth's turn.
How's he looking after he took that 10 fire damage?
Let me make sure he doesn't have resistances. He's slightly crispy, not the original recipe, but he's still got quite a bit of fight in him.
All right.
All right. That brings us to you, Lorna.
Lorna's going to run over here and hit with Ormir. Or not.
All right.
I mean, if you could have gotten to here, you'd have advantage.
Yeah. It's okay.
Okay. So you swing with your warhammer with a good amount of effort, but the slower nature of the warhammer allows the Quagoth just enough time to break away.
Yeah.
So Grumpy, is that in your turn?
Yes.
And Grumpy is going to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can you get over there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, you get right. And he's going to take take a swing with his warhammer at the Quake. 17 hits, and he's going to divine smite. I don't know how to do
he has a 25.
Oh, a
Disadvantage.
25. Okay. But the divine smite.
What level is he casting it at? The divine smite.
He'd only have level 1s right now, I think, at level 3.
Yeah, actually, I don't think he has any spell. He's got one spell slot left.
Yeah. It's not worth it.
And are Quaggas fiends, or are they monstrosities?
They are. What does it say? Medium humanoids.
Yeah, they're
All right.
not.
And he's going to hold
Yeah.
off on that and just do a regular Warhammer. And the Quaggas going to take another 9 points of damage. He's looking a little panicked and freaking out now. Brings us to the Drow's turn, and he is going to take a swing at you, Chronis, and then the other one's going to attack you, Skyboar. So here comes. That one's towards you, Chronis, for 23. That hit.
Yeah, that hits.
And 4 points of piercing damage. And here comes the other one at you, Skyboar.
Miss.
Okay, he takes the swing at you and misses. Brings us to the top of the round, but you guys are starting to hear that chittering and clattering come even louder and louder now. I'm going to go ahead and add these wonderful beauties to the initiative.
Oh boy!
So you start seeing these furry legs start coming over the ruined ceiling. Some of the blocks giving way. Luckily, none of you are in the way, and these spiders start appear overhanging on from the ceiling, looking down at you all.
God.
I'm going to say that ends their turn because they have all the movement, and that brings us to you, Chronis.
Alright, so real quick, I have a question.
Yes,
With
sir.
my monk, he has patient defense. It says you can spend 1 key point to take the dodge action as a bonus action. Do I do that before or after I'm being attacked?
You do it on your turn.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you waste a key point if you don't get attacked, but you have that defense if you are.
Okay, I was just curious.
Yeah, essentially what that would do when you do it, any attacks against you would be at disadvantage, which is nice.
Yep.
Alright,
So
I'm going to attack the drow in front of me.
okay, go for it. That is just barely a miss.
Alright, and I'll take my unarmed bonus action.
Damn. Okay, that's gonna be a hit.
For 4.
So 4 points.
Good hit.
All right, excellent. And let me double check their health. Yep, he's still standing, but he's looking a little beaten, battered. Action is on you, Faerly.
Alrighty, I'm gonna take a swing at the Quaggoth in front of me. 24.
That is most definitely a hit.
Alright. Is it still up?
I'm trying to get to it. Damn it, hold on. All right, I'm sorry. You said how much damage? 14?
14.
That Quaggoth drops.
Alright. I'm not in too good of health right now, so I'm gonna back up a bit to here, and bonus action, I'll down my potion.
Okay. Do you have a feat that lets you take potions as a bonus?
Or wait, were we saying potion was a bonus if we're taking them in at action to administer to anyone else?
I typically thought potions were an action to take or administer.
Some
It's-
people.
It's up
It
to
really
the
depends
DM.
on the DM. Most DMs kind of like that quick quaffing, but it's up to you.
Let's go with it for now. If it becomes it seems like an unbalanced thing later on, we might adjust it to a action. But I just want to see how it impacts the fights for now.
Right.
I don't see a huge deal, but I'm cool with that for now.
All right.
If that's okay with everyone else.
Yep.
Is that in your turn?
Go for 6. Yep.
Okay. That brings us to you, Skyboy.
Seeing that giant spider coming in, this changes my strategy. I'm gonna scoot over to how do you pronounce his name?
Grumpy?
No, what?
Chronis.
Chronis.
I'm going to cast protection poison. So for an hour, he has an advantage on saving throws against poison, and he has resistance.
Ooh.
Very nice. All right.
Thank you. That would have been helpful against that one guy that knocked me down.
Is Chronis saying that to Skyboy right now? Is he actually saying, like, we had a fight where it's going to really come in handy already?
No, I'll let that first one pass.
Okay.
And produce flame against the giant spider up here.
Which one? Okay. Yep, go for it.
Oh my god.
Ooh.
Oh, that is a miss. It does seem to burn some of the webbing around the spider, but the spider itself is perfectly fine.
Skyboy is such a pacifist; he misses all the time.
He doesn't happen to wear a red shirt, does he?
Oh.
I'm not a target. I can't hit. I'm more of a stormtrooper than I am an engineer.
There you go.
I don't know if that's better.
Okay. That ends your turn, right?
Yep.
And Lorna, it's your turn. You're supposed to go before Tuvor. Go for it.
Okay, I guess I'll do that. I'm gonna get out of this guy's circle. And I don't know whether I should or not. I'm just gonna hit it. Yeah.
These spiders are crawling on the ceiling right
Oh.
now. So do you have a javelin?
Yeah, I got some javelins.
You could hold your action for when it gets nearer.
But if it doesn't get near, then I waste a turn.
That's true.
Like, I'm gonna throw a thing at it.
Okay.
I'll
go
throw
for
a
it.
javelin.
Are you raging by now?
No,
by the
I'm
way?
not. I'm not.
Okay, just want to double check.
24?
24 is a definite hit. Go.
For 10 piercing.
Yeah, the one next to you.
Yes.
It's like, all right, good. Then. Hello.
And that's my turn.
Okay. That brings us over to Grumpy. Grumpy is going to follow suit. He's actually going to backtrack though towards the king first. Shit, never. I'll do it after I attack because I can't get to the token. Here comes a javelin. 15 is a hit. So he throws one at the spider, and it goes pretty close to yours, nailing it right in the middle of the body, near the thorax, and it lets out a little bit of a chitter and scream, and however a spider could scream. And it is the end of Grumpy's turn, except he's going to do some movement. Sorry, let me move him so I can actually get to him. And that's going to end Grumpy's turn, which brings us up to the Drow now. The Drow are going to scream at Undercommon and mostly profanities and take a swing at you, Chronis, and a swing at you, Skyward.
All right.
22 at you too, Chronis.
Yeah, that hits.
That's 4 piercing damage, and then here's the next one at you, Skyward. And that is a miss. Do you see these Drow swing, one hitting the other one? missing, but they are refusing to give up their posts and step away from the door that they're blocking. Which then brings us to the spiders in the top of the order. At this time, you all hear, or you start hearing the trembling and the shaking of the building. The rocks of the ceiling are starting to shake a little bit. And those towers that you saw out in the distance with the torches flickering at the other wings of the dungeon, you kind of get the perspective that it's kind of near where you guys were being held captive. You start seeing this huge Zeppelin-like ship start descending towards it. Mortars are getting flown out, and it's hitting different parts of the building. It's causing the whole dungeon to shake and tremble. And as you see this Zeppelin crash into the tower from where you guys were originally held prisoner. And that brings us to the spire. The one that got attacked by Lorna and Tuvor is going to do a web shot at Tuvor. Here it goes. A 6, and he completely misses Tuvor. And the other one's going to shoot one at you, Lorna. An 11, and I'm pretty sure that misses. Which then brings us back to you, Chronis.
All right, I will attack the drow in front of me again.
Go for it. 17 hits. And you see the drow trying to put up the best fire as he can and just drop his back slam against the door and slumping down to the ground. Would you like to do anything?
All right, I am going to move up and around behind this drow.
Okay.
And then do my unarmed strike on it.
Go for it.
Now, is that at advantage since I'm flanking since he was attacking Skybor?
I have to be like right here.
Yeah, you gotta be directly across from one another. Yeah.
Yeah, so you'd have to be diagonally across.
Okay, wasn't exactly sure how that worked.
It's all good. Go for it. 7 points of damage. So you look like you're going to throw a punch, and then you actually end up throwing a knee right into the drow's ribs, and he buckles over and takes about 7 points of damage. And that ends your turn.
Yeah.
You see that the drows are dropping left and right. The spiders are being impaled by javelins. Faerly, it's your turn.
All right. I'm going to point my greatsword at this spider here, and I'm going to say, usually I think spiders are quite adorable, but you are some of the most ugliest things I've ever seen. And I'm going to fire an Eldritch Blast at that one.
Which one?
The one that's been getting impaled.
All right. You throw your Eldritch Blast at it, and it collides, and you see the spider start to kind of like turn to ash and crumble away.
I just kind of blow at the end of my sword where the Eldritch Blast was fired. I was like, that was a good shot.
All right.
I just imagine there's like green smoke coming off of it.
All right. Skybor, it's your.
How is everybody looking?
I'm at about half health.
I'm fine.
Yeah, can we step on here?
Yeah, that's just a beautiful rug.
I don't trust it.
Of smothering, perhaps?
It is the IKEA catalog with some drow script. Make a DC save. No, just kidding.
Yeah, okay. to heal. However, why does everyone have such weird names?
It's not that weird.
Faerly is a common drow name.
Is that Faerly?
Faerly. You can just call it Fae, if that makes it easier for you.
All right, you heal 7.
Perfect.
All right.
And I'm going to chunk a fire at the other spider. Does that actually hit?
Yes, it does.
Finally. With 5 fire damage.
Excellent. All right. There, I could do the health bar. Can you guys see the health bars on the token?
No.
No. You have to give us permission.
Yeah.
It's not updated anyway, so I'll do it the other way I was doing it. All right. That in your turn, Skywar?
Yep.
Okay, action is on you, Lorna.
Hey. Oh, so that was dead. That's even better. Is the other spider on the ground yet?
Nope, it's on the ceiling still.
Cool. I'm gonna throw another javelin at it.
Go for it.
Oh,
You got it.
if only that was natural.
All right.
And I'll move closer to it.
Okay.
That's about it.
Tuvor is, again, still kind of following the same suit. He's going to step back more towards the king to block that hallway to keep an eye on him. And he's going to chuck a javelin as well at that spider. 25 seconds. With another 7 points of damage. That spider's not looking too hot. Action is on the drow, which he's going to take a swing at you, Chronis. He strikes you with his short sword, and again, it completely misses with your dexterity and your quick ninja monk-like skill. Brings us to the top of the order. You guys are starting to hear some heavy footsteps coming across the ceiling towards the spider. The spider is starting to react and fidget and climb a little bit more in a position where it can look at the rooftop that it just climbed down. And it's actually going to shoot its spider web shot at a target that you guys can't see.
Reinforcements?
And that is a miss. All right. Brings us to you, Chronis.
Alright, I will attack the drow in front of me.
Go for it. That's a hit. And that's a knockout. The bodies are starting to pile by the door, and or is there anything else you'd like to do with your turn?
Yeah, I'm just going to move forward a little bit.
Okay.
Alright, I'm done.
Action is on you, Faerly.
Alright, I'm gonna point my great sword again at the spider and fire Eldritch Blast.
Go for it.
16
It's a hit.
for Mighty 1.
It looks very, very impressive.
Yeah, the green smoke is coming out of the blade, and I'm just like,
But I think a lot of the lack of damage was him just repositioning himself to kind of look at the roof that's approaching your way.
it
Action
grazed
is,
him.
you got it. It's just barely a flesh wound. Skyboy, it's your turn, right? Or did you want to do anything else with your turn, Faerly?
That's it.
Okay. Skyboy, it's your turn.
Yeah.
That's a hit.
6 fire.
And you shoot the firebolt. It's kind of trying to follow the same strategic placement that Faerly hit, and you hit it just a little bit more purchase when your fire hits it, and you see the spider kind of raise up on its hind legs and lead out again as much as a spider can scream and slump down. It comes falling down. Lorna, you're just out of the spot to get smashed like a bug.
Hey.
And it falls right in front of you.
Fuck yeah.
Which is going to go ahead and end combat. And is the thing's not playing music anymore, right? Because that's about the perfect time for it.
Yeah.
Oh, you didn't turn it off?
No, it doesn't. Oh, I didn't put it on loop. That's okay. Well, that worked. That worked out great.
That worked out perfectly. It was the perfect length.
At that time, so you guys all finish combat. You hear the footsteps are still rapidly approaching you guys, and then all of a sudden ropes come dropping down the hole in the ceiling, and then you start to see one dwarf, two dwarves, three dwarves, and eventually 6 dwarves drop down to the center of the room.
Sneezy, happy.
Sleepy.
Yeah.
And I have pictures. And I will post I can hand them out now, or I'll just post them after the game if you guys want to see them. But yes, all 7 brothers are there, wearing various different wardrobe, and but all having the same symbol of the Iron Order somewhere or decorated on them. Most of them look like they're paladins in nature, some just simplifiers, but you see the last one drop down, who looks different from all his brothers, the oldest of them all, and he's dressed instead of armors and steel, he's dressed in cloths and fine robes.
Ooh.
I will share that picture, though. Here's player handouts here.
I'm going to make a note. I'm going to drink my health potion real quick.
Go for it. And you see, and this one is Doc. And the king comes limping in. I hate these tokens. Who put the snow on the ground? So the king comes limping in and starts greeting his friends that have run. I'm so glad you all came. We still need to rescue Snow. What would you guys like to say or do?
All right. They were chanting something, probably trying to do some kind of ritual in here. I think we're gonna have to move quick to try and find the queen.
Aye. We must make haste. The crash will only buy us so much time. Doc looks at you all and says, "We will watch the king from here and make sure that no one comes behind." As you hear the orcs and the drow voices start echoing down the halls, and it sounds like the prisoners fighting back seem to be not as loud and frequent as the shouts and grunts that you hear from the creatures in this stronghold. Doc says, "I have a plan to get us all out of here, but you must move quick, get the queen, and get back here as soon as possible. The window of opportunity is very slim to get us all out of here at the same time."
All right.
Some of the brothers will go ahead and cast some healing towards you, some lay on hands and stuff. Everyone who has taken damage, go ahead and heal about. Let me go ahead and roll this. What is it? Lay on hands? Lay on hands is not a roll. It's just a health pool, right?
Yeah, they can just add however many points they want.
Yeah.
All right. Who all needs health right now?
I
don't
just
have
need
that much.
5.
Chronis.
Yeah, I need some.
Okay. I got it. Let me see. 1, 2, 3. And it's how much per level? It's
5.
5. So I got about 50 points to share amongst whoever needs help.
I'll just take 5 of it.
Okay.
I didn't get hit, so I'm good.
I'm 17 down.
I'm 16 down.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
you guys take it.
7.
you guys go ahead and heal up then. And that is you also okay. And is there anything else you want to do in this room? Do you want to check the bodies? Do you want to check the door? Investigate the
Probably check the bodies.
Where's another? Is there another door in here? Or?
Yes, there is. Let me go ahead. It's right here to the south. Let me just ding it. It's right there.
It's right there.
Where
I'll
all the
go-
drows were defending. They were. I don't know if I mentioned it, but they were all defending a big door.
All right, I'll go check out the door.
Okay.
Let's check out the bodies.
Okay.
I'll
Go
help with
ahead
that.
and- Go ahead and roll with advantage since Lauren is helping you. Just investigation, and anybody helping Faerly check the door, or otherwise Faerly just go ahead and roll an investigation.
Oh,
Well, the doors
Wow.
look like a normal door. Nothing more out of the ordinary than the other one, except that it's way more ornate than the other doors. That just seems to be part of this whole ritualistic worship room. Faerly, you guys all look around, but you find only about, let's see, what I wrote down, 80 gold pieces amongst the drow's pockets, and you also find a healing potion, another 2 healing potions, just the regular basic ones.
All right.
Okay.
I'm going to attempt to open the door since I don't really see anything wrong with it.
Okay.
I mean-
This
May I
door.
take one of the
Oh, go
healing
ahead.
potions?
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, I was wanting to take one of the healing potions that we found.
whoever used them, you guys can take them. I don't need one.
All right, so I'll take one and Chronis takes the other.
Just manage that on your character sheet, and yep, add one. I guess one each. And then Lorna or Meg, you're taking care of the group loot
Yep.
that's not getting distributed, like the gold. Okay, cool.
Already updated.
You're on it. All right. So I'm sorry, Faerly, you said you wanted to open the door.
Yes.
So this door is, big and beautiful and ornate, as dark and culty as it is. It takes a little effort for you to move it with your diminutive kind of frame and strength. And you push the door open, and you'll see this large hallway in front of you that starts. You hear Doc exclaim from the back, like, "Hurry! We only have so much time before we can't hold them back anymore. Do you guys want Grumpy to join?" Or I'm sorry, Grumpy will join you. He says, "I'll help them get the queen," and that is all they say for now. Unless you guys have any other things you want to do in this room or ask.
Nope.
I think we need to move quick.
Let's get
Alright.
out of here.
I'm going to shift the great sword back into a rapier.
Okay. So, Tuvor's going to start running down the hall. I'm just going to move them 5 squares at a time.
Well then.
And once you get to the next room, just stop in the doorway. But go ahead and start proceeding in the order that you guys are going to be running in the hall.
This is probably a pretty good formation.
And I'll wait till y'all get caught up with Tuvor, but that seems like the order that y'all are proceeding in.
Mm-hmm.
And then you're going to hear Tuvor exclaim, and it goes, "Snow!" And then you guys look into this great grand room. The destruction is pretty prevalent here, but you see this large kind of trench in the background, leading these giant steps, but there's just this broken, shattered floor that connected them two together. And you are looking at the kind of the footsteps that lead to what you imagine the interior of the Palace of Munok. And you see in front of you statues and pillars, armor, and snow collecting on the ground, and it's just very frigid and cold out here. It's not difficult terrain. And then you see in front at an altar this palish purple creature with black horns growing from its head and black wings. Let's see here. Go ahead. Who actually made a tiefling remark before? I would say tieflings are not very common.
I did.
Okay, I'll say tieflings aren't very common, but just kind of retconning it that you can recognize that it is a tiefling. And you see as you walk in here, this tiefling standing in front of the Queen Snow. His eyes are white and no pupils or iris. He's chanting in an abyssal tongue. Drops of blood seem to levitate off the body of Snow, and it starts to coalesce onto this red diamond. And eventually he...
And is he speaking abyssal or infernal?
Abyssal. That's the demonic language, right?
It could actually go... Abyssal's more demons, infernal's more devil.
Yeah, this is going to be abyssal.
Damn it.
So...
Dang it, I speak infernal.
I know. Same.
I mean, he's speaking abyssal. I gotta stick to how it's written. Sorry. So he's speaking in abyssal. It's just some more of a chant. It's repetitive in language and construct. It's not like he's having a conversation, but he's like chanting and almost incantation or spell. He laughs, as soon as he's done with it, he sees you all kind of into the room. So just stepping into the room, go ahead and place your tokens where you'd like to be, like within this little small area. The first 6 squares into the room. And he's gonna laugh at you guys. He's like, "You guys have come too late. My master has returned. I can't speak. My master has promised to return, and he will continue to unite the creatures of the dark." Taking the crystal in his hand, he goes, "I leave this human filth to you," and he casts Dimension Door.
Oh,
and
fuck.
He's going to go ahead and disappear.
Can I throw a javelin as he's going?
Sure, you absolutely can. Let's go ahead and roll for initiative, actually, before. So, yeah, go ahead and roll for initiative.
Yeah, because I want to blast him with Eldritch Blast.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah, I should do that. Let me see here.
The same fucking thing.
Oh, fuck. I gotta turn on the goddamn initiative order. Did it update you guys? Oh, you did. Okay, cool. All right, and descending. We're gonna go ahead and take that. Okay, I'm taking off the. Sorry, guys. Let me get this going.
No worries.
So where is he at?
What's that?
Where is the tiefling at?
He is right there behind the altar. Can you see that?
No,
We-
I can't.
We just can't see the icon.
I can see it clearly.
Oh, he's too far away from you guys. I thought I lit up this room.
What you want to do is go to the maps, go to the settings, and there's a thing that says global something. I can't remember what it says, but you click on that box, and then it should light up everything.
What box is that?
Global illumination, I believe.
Yeah.
But does that light up the whole map?
Yep.
There we go.
But now can you see all the places you've traveled already?
All the places we've been, we can see thanks to the fog of war.
Correct.
Okay, can you see outside the walls and stuff though?
No.
No.
Not to be too obvious. I don't know why this is not playing. All right, guys. Sorry about that. Okay, so that brings us to you, Faerly.
Alright. I'll move a little bit closer, which is right there. From here, bonus action, I'm going to put Hexblade's Curse on him, which I now crit on a roll of 19 or 20, and I gain a bonus equal to my proficiency bonus on all damage rolls. And I'm going to launch an Eldritch Blast at him.
Ooh.
All right, go for it.
For a mighty 11.
11. Let me double check. Why is this looking like this spreadsheet? 11. That is a miss.
No, 23 to hit, sorry.
Oh, 23 to hit. That is a hit. Okay. Let me see if I get his health. Okay, 11 points of damage. Okay, is that in your turn?
That's it.
Okay. He feels the thing, but he doesn't react as much as you think he would. He definitely takes the full damage of your attack, though. Go ahead.
Alright. That's it for me.
Sorry, I forgot to roll initiative. Go ahead for him. 20. I can't hear you, Chronis, if you're saying.
Oh, I haven't said anything yet.
Oh, it's your turn.
All right. So I want to move up next to him, but the altar's in my way. So I would like to climb it and jump off while I'm doing my.
That's going to use up some of your movement to climb the object.
I mean, if you got your key point, you could use Step the Wind to do a dash for a bonus action to get up to him.
I'll just move forward.
Do what?
I'm just gonna move forward my 40.
Okay. All right, and that brings him to his turn. He's going to look over at you, Faerly, after throwing. After you threw that, he's like, "It's a pity that someone with so much promise as yourself chooses not to join us. Speak with your lords and have your house join the Forgotten." And he's going to start casting the Dimension Door spell again. And as before the spell's completely cast, he's going to I leave you to take care of this spell. And as he disappears, you're going to see smoke and shadows start to come from the ruined cobblestone of the floor around you. And the statues around you are going to start to animate. The one here, you start shambling. And then you see this one start to shamble. And then you see this one start to shamble. And then this one starts to shamble as well.
Oh my.
And let me go ahead and roll initiative for them.
Oh yeah.
That's more like it. Okay, and that's going to end his turn. The turn, and you still see the shadows starting to swell around the room. All right, and that's going to end the turn. It's up to you.
Well, fortunate. He's going to move up here. And he's going to tell the others, we don't really have to fight. We just need to rescue the queen. And then I'm going to prevent this armor to progress to the others. I'm just going to whack him. Or try to stab him with it. Nope.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah, I'm just going to keep him right there.
Okay. So you stab the armor and it goes through, but it just like goes into the void and nothing really seems to affect it at all.
Oh.
Action is on
Florida.
you.
Fuck yeah. I say to Grumpy, save the queen! And I'm going to run up to one of the things. And I'm going to rage. All the things and hit the guy in front of me.
Go for it.
Yeah. 18
That is on the money.
for 15 damage.
All right. So you take a swing with your great sword, and it hits in through the metal, and it definitely makes an impact, causing the armor to kind of shamble and stumble back for a second.
Yeah.
Anything else you'd like to do?
Nah. Save the queen, Grumpy.
Okay, yeah. So Grumpy is going to reach into his side and rip out the scroll and charge forward, and that's as far as he can get this turn. And that's going to end this turn. And action's on you.
All right. I'm just gonna call out, following suit. Chronis, you and Tuvar get the queen out of here. We'll handle these things and follow behind you. And I'm gonna try and stab it with my rapier. That's a miss.
Yeah, 13. I'm sorry. Yeah, it is a miss. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
That's fine. I'm in a position to keep it focused on me while the two free ones can get the queen out of here.
Okay. Action's on you, Chronis.
All right. Let's see. Would I be able to go to the queen, hand her off to Tuvar, and then jump down and attack this one?
You will not be able to attack. Let me see how much movement that is. You're going to go here, climb on top, and then hand them off there. You got 40 feet of movement.
Yeah.
I want to say it's good. You can get enough. You can help hand the queen to Tuvor and get over there, but you won't have an attack action for the armor.
All right.
But you can get in its
do
face.
that.
Yeah. I'm sorry. You said you are going to do that. Okay.
Yeah. So I'll hand the queen off. Then I'm going up here.
Okay. And that ends your turn.
And then I'm going to use my bonus action for patient defense and prepare for dodge.
Oh, okay, excellent. And that makes any attacks against you at disadvantage, correct?
Correct.
Yes.
Correct.
Okay. So, as you run over there to get in that armor's face, it starts to. There's no eyes, but you can see it kind of cocking its head and looking at you. You see the shadows pouring out of the ground and then start to swell around some of these other armor statues in the room. And the one next to you, Faerly, also starts to begin to shamble and move. That's going to use that one's turn, but it's going to each of the other ones are going to swing at their respective ones that are standing right in front of them. So here comes an attack towards you, Skyborg.
All right.
17.
Yep.
for 4 points of damage.
All right.
I'm sorry. For all of a sudden, I thought I read something that says it was like resistance to magic or resistant to any attacks by magic, but that was something else. Okay. So 7 points to you, Lorna. Or sorry, 7 attack. Does that hit?
7?
Yeah, that's a miss.
Yeah, that's a miss.
Attack towards you, Chronis. 21. That's a hit.
No,
No,
it's a 12.
disadvantage.
Oh, 12. I'm sorry. Thank you for reminding me.
So that's a miss.
And then here comes towards you,
Miss.
14. Okay, it's a miss. These apparently are cool looking, but shitty at hitting things. So that's going to end their turn. It takes us back to you, Skyboy.
All right. 20-foot radius. Want to be sure before I cast it. 20 foot. Okay, it's 20 foot. It's not radius.
I'm sorry. Did you see something, Howard?
I'm afraid that this statue down here might come to life. You know what? I'm just going to attack the one I'm next to. I'm just going to attempt with my spear again. There we go.
Okay. The one in front of you, or you said the one by Faerly?
The one in front of me.
Okay. 21 is a hit. Okay. That does the trick. Anything else with your turn?
That's it.
Okay. So you lunge forward with a spear. Before not finding purchase this time, it definitely makes contact with something, and it takes some damage. Action is on you.
Okie dokie. I'm gonna hit it again, but do I want to? I'm gonna recklessly attack it.
I love it. Go for it.
Yeah.
That's a hit.
Nice.
Yeah.
18. Nice.
Fuck yeah.
Oh, you're making me do math now. Hold on.
Oh, come on.
What's 15 plus 18?
A lot.
33. That's the sweet. So the armor completely collapses and falls to the ground, but the shadows kind of dissipate and start floating over around the pillar and towards another suit of armor. Anything else with your turn?
Fuck. Do I see which way the shadows are going?
I would say it's going. Yeah, you're going to see it start.
Okay.
Shoot, yeah, that way.
Crap, there's 2 over by you. I'm gonna follow the shadow and go over to the next suit of armor. Over there.
Okay. That brings us to 2 Vor. Or did you want to do anything else before?
Nope, that's it.
Okay, so Tuvor catches Snow in his arms as you kind of throw her to him, and in a panic desperation, he unrolls the scroll and presses it against her body. You see the scrolls kind of encrusted with diamonds and stuff as he starts to cast the Revivify spell.
Fuck yeah.
And you see a red glow from the scroll in her body and a slight gasp of air return to her lungs, but she's still completely out cold. He turns towards the door. He goes, "We got to get out of here, all of us, quick!" And then, if I can figure out how to grab the token, I'm getting rid of this damn snow. It's and grab a token. He's gonna start running. I think that's 5 squares. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yep. And then that's going to end his turn. And why did the animated armor get bumped and skipped? I'm gonna put that. That's weird. Okay, and then you're gonna see another suit of armor here come to life, and you got it there, Lorna. It appears right in front of you.
Hey.
But that's not. He's not gonna have an attack action this turn. These two though, Faerly, are gonna come after you. Okay.
All right.
And the other ones are going to go at their respective person. There we go. For you, Faerly, 19,
That meets.
7 points,
That's fine.
and 13.
13 misses.
All right. This one's coming for you, Chronis. It has this big iron fist kind of lunging at your face right now. 13.
Misses.
And then for you, Skyward, 5. Yeah. Then it doesn't hit anything, and that's going to end the animated armor. Actions on you, Faerly.
All right, hearing that we got to get out of here quick, I'm going to disengage and move over here.
Excellent. Okay. That ends your turn.
That's it.
Chronis, your turn.
Alright, I guess I'll disengage as well.
Okay. And then...
I'm gonna stop right here so I can try to block anything from come following us.
Okay. So you're going to kind of be scooched to the side, trying to let the rest of the group pass then, or...
Yeah.
Okay. I would probably move your token like there then so the other players can get through you without difficult terrain, unless you want to be right there. Okay. Actions on you, Scott.
I am not going to disengage. So he's going to get an attack of opportunity. So 5,
Okay.
10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And I'm going to hold my action. I'm going to
Okay.
cast, once everyone gets past me, I'm going to cast Entangled in this,
In this area right here.
yeah,
Oh, excellent.
Yeah.
Good move.
Very good move.
so yeah,
Man.
he gets the swing at me.
Nobody wants to fight my armor soldiers, man.
I do. I'll fight them.
21,
That hits.
7 points of damage.
All right.
All right, ends your turn.
Yep.
Actions on you, Lorna.
Yeah. Seeing everybody run, I too will run. But I'm not going to disengage as well.
Okay.
And can I stop there?
Yeah, sure.
Fuck. No, I'm gonna go my full movement.
Okay.
$30. But I'll take the attack of opportunity at advantage.
All right.
22 hits.
6 points of damage.
Okay.
Luckily, you're raging, so it's 3.
Oh shit, yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm hoping you're keeping track of that.
Yes, I am. I am.
All right, cool. All right, good. I'm doing my best here, but I'm not there yet.
No worries.
fine.
So here comes Grumpy's turn. He's gonna be kind of panicking, but he's gonna just dash. He's gonna use his action. So 1, 2, 4, 5, 1, 2, 3. I'm actually gonna count that as difficult terrain because they're all crammed in that hallway. And so he's going to have to try to kind of really move past you guys. So that's going to end his turn. The animated armor, the armor starts to shamble some more, and you start seeing the other suits of armor start to come to life. They're going to chase after you guys with the dash, right? I think that's going to double check. Okay. They're going to get caught up to the door.
Crap, they're blocking our way.
I would say because Chronis said so ahead of time, they're not completely blocking your way, but it's definitely difficult terrain to try to shamble past them.
Right.
Here comes some more. That's why I was kind of trying to specify how are you blocking the door to Chronis? These are going to move up. So those two have attack action still. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. That one will have an attack action still. 5, 10, 15. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 of these have an attack action still. So 2 of them are going to attack. I'm sorry?
2 of them have advantage on me.
Okay, 2 of them are going to attack you, Faerly, and 2 of them are going to attack you, Chronos, since you're blocking the door. All right, 8 towards you, Faerly.
That's a miss.
But first, okay, and then there comes another one, 10, and
That's a
then
miss.
here's to you, Chronos, 2 more. 19.
19 hits.
All right, and you take 3 points of damage. And that's going to end their turn, and that's going to bring us to you, Faerly.
Disengage. I'm gonna.
You sure about that?
There's. If Chronis can
Yes.
follow him behind me, Skybor does have that spell prepped. So I think I can get to about there with half my movement. I got 30, so that'd be. Yeah, that's as far as I can get.
Okay. Okay. Anything else?
I disengaged. I'm out of spell slots.
And you shouted to Chronos about this, about running and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Chronis, get in here quick.
That brings us to you, Chronos.
Alright. Let me bring up my character sheet here. So I'm going to do Step of the Wind, use a key point, and make my disengage a bonus action.
Okay.
Damn. I was hoping Faerly was in there a little farther.
Yeah, I don't have that much movement, and I'm out of spell slots, or else I would have done Misty
Alright.
Step.
So I'm going to stop right here, right in front of Faerly, and then I'm using Breath Weapon on the 3 here in front of me.
Okay, go for it, man. Awesome. It's a line attack, right?
Yes. So it needs a dexterity saving throw. That is equal to
Each one of them?
13. Yes.
Yeah.
All right, the one succeeds.
So that one will take half damage.
Okay, what's the damage?
You got one more.
There's only 3 in the line.
No, he already rolled them. He rolled a 9, a 1,
okay.
and 13.
So divide by 2 and you round down.
3.
Okay, and these other ones take. I'm sorry, no, these other ones take 7. Okay, excellent. Anything else with your turn?
Nope.
Actions on you, Skybor.
Or wait, Skybor was holding an action
I
before.
lose it.
Oh yeah, go ahead and use your held action, and then it's your turn as well.
I specifically said that once everyone passes me, so I lose it.
Oh, okay.
That's right.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Okay, so it's your turn.
I'm still going to use it on. I'm going to cast it right here. Crap! I thought I keep on this area. I'm going to
All
cast Tingle.
Now, does that grow into the hallway too?
No,
Not
20
if I
foot
pick-
square.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's
So-
a strength check.
So he could
He's-
have it situated starting right here, and then
Got it.
it would hit. It would hit every
It'd be
single
like-
one and not go into the hallway.
But yeah, it's a strength check.
Okay. That's going to hit all of them. So I'm going to go ahead and just go down the list. And they're restrained. And what's the D?
The DC is 14.
Okay. I'm going to work clockwise from the top left corner.
Fail.
Pass.
Pass.
14, right?
Mhm. Fail. Fail.
Fail.
Fail.
Fail.
Fail.
Fail.
Fail.
Success. No. All right. So
Only one succeeds.
the one second to the away from the door is like, I don't know what your guys' problem is. And anything else you want to do with your turn, Skywar?
Yeah, I'm gonna run.
Okay, I would say the hall's not that big, so double the square. So each one of those squares a player's on is about 10.
10, 15,
Yeah, that was
yeah,
good.
that's as far as it go.
Excellent. All right, Laura, it's your turn.
I don't know what to do.
Keep moving.
I lose my rage. Fuck.
I am all out of spells.
Two words like, carry me!
Fuck it. I'm gonna carry the both of them.
Make a strength check, I guess.
Or if you have another rage, you'd have advantage.
I technically have advantage because it's my turn, but 13 still probably won't do
I'll
it.
say you won't be able to lift them, but because of your strength, you're able to kind of manhandle them the way out of your way as you so move through their space at normal speed there. Like, he's really trying. You're just like, move it, dwarf! And
Fuck
shoulder
yeah.
slam him into the wall with the queen.
Do I at least bring... Oh, I don't bring them with me. It's okay. I go there.
And the queen is now dead again. No, just kidding.
You killed the queen.
Whoops!
I only have one of these damn revivify spells.
Whoops!
You know how expensive these things are.
A shit ton. 300 gold.
That's the diamond.
I'll pay you back.
I mean, a third level scroll is like 1,000 gold.
Shh.
Okay,
There-
so
Yeah.
is that in your turn?
Yeah, we're running.
All right, that's about as far as he can make it with the queen, and that's going to end his turn after taking a dash, and that brings us to the animated armor. Which do they get to try to pass this save again
Yeah.
at the beginning, or just
At the end of
At the
each of their
at the end
turn.
of their turn.
okay? So the one's going to come forward, and well, he can't occupy the same space, can he? Well, shit. It's going to try to come and force its way through, and I'm going to say it's going to have a disadvantage attack at you through like the opening of the door. So 6 is definitely a miss. He's trying to like slam past the between the other animated armor and the door, and he just can't get to you, Chronis. The other ones are going to, at the other turn, make their attempts to break free of it. Again, starting clockwise, I'll go from the top left.
Fail.
Pass.
Pass. Fail.
14, right?
Yeah, it's 14.
Pass.
Pass. Fail.
All right, so all of them failed except for the
2 of them passed then.
so action is on you, Faerly.
All right. I'm gonna move to right here, and then use my full movement to get right there, and then I am gonna use my action to dash, which will get me to right there.
Okay.
And that's it.
All right, excellent. Action is on Chronis.
Alright, so since the one in the door is entangled, if I back away, do I take attack of opportunities?
With him
You
restrained,
will be at disadvantage.
yeah, with him restrained, he'll still get attack of opportunity with disadvantage. Yeah.
Okay, so I'm just gonna move without dashing or without disengaging. So I'll take him.
Okay, let me swing. Seven misses, and okay. Anything else with your turn?
Yeah, I'm just figuring out how far I can move in the hallway.
Okay.
So I'm moving here, and then with my action, am I able to prepare a dodge without using a key point?
Yeah.
You dashed with your action, I thought.
I didn't dash. No, I just
Oh.
walked.
Yeah, you can.
Okay, I'll do that so then everybody else can just get away, and then when I need to, I can just key point and dash.
Okay. The end your turn, and it's Skybore's turn.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 10, 15, 20, 30. And I'm going to dash 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. That is my turn.
Okay. Two-Horror is going to keep moving. I'm going to use that as 10 feet square. 5, 15, 20, 25, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. He is getting closer and closer, and that ends his turn.
You forgot
Only
me.
3 of the animated armors are left to go, or can move, I'm sorry. So
You forgot
10,
me.
15.
Yeah, you
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead, Lorna.
It's okay.
I'm ahead of the order.
That's okay. I am going to stay here and hold my action that if any come into view around the corner, I am going to throw a javelin at them.
Okay, excellent. So this one's going to come into view around the corner.
Okay.
I will say you have. How's that? Does that add to his AC because of the people that are in front of you, or is that
No.
just at a disadvantage?
No, it doesn't do anything. They're
Okay.
not cover because I can arc over them and hit him.
Excellent. Yep. Good point. Okay, go for it.
Yeah.
And she towers over me.
That's definitely a hit. Go for it.
Hell no.
Damage.
It'll be 5. I'm not raging. And I'm not actually that tall, so
I'm 5'4".
I'm only 5'6".
I'm 7
It's
foot.
going to use the rest of its dash movement and come up to you, Chronis, but it uses action for a dash, so it cannot do any attack. Here comes the next one's turn. There's 3 total that have moved.
You are counting the difficult terrain, aren't you?
Ooh, good point. No, I was not, but that one was right at the door, so he's okay. So 10, 20, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. And 10, 20, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. Okay, and then the other 4 get their strength.
Pass, fail, fail, pass.
Pass.
Okay, so 2 more are free now. That's going to end their turn, though, and bring us up to you, Faerly.
Alright, just gonna measure this real quick. Alright, I can get there. Then with my dash. Alright. I can get to about right here with my dash.
Excellent. Can you see into that room, Faerly? Or is it too far away from you?
I can see the edge of the carpet.
Okay. Then that's okay. Then that's the end of your turn, or anything.
That's it.
Okay, Chronos, it's your turn.
I'm gonna stay and dodge.
You're gonna stay and dodge.
Yes.
What?
Oh boy.
In one move, I can move 120 feet if needed.
You can't hold movement.
No,
No,
that's
he's-
what I mean. Next turn,
he's-
I'll move once everyone's out of the hallway.
Okay.
he's
But
calling,
this way, I
he's-
can block them all from moving.
Yeah,
Cool.
That way he can do movement, dash,
Yeah.
and then his bonus action step the wind to dash.
Oh my god. Okay.
Oh, I love it. This is getting close, man. All right, that's your end of your turn.
Yes.
All right, Skyward, it's your turn.
Okay, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 60.
Okay, and can you see Doc in that room yet, Skyward?
Yep, I can see him. That is my turn.
Okay, so you see Doc in the room. His hands are glowing green, and he's extending them away. He's chanting. His eyes are closed, and you see he's kind of like this. The elements around him just starting to swirl and crackle and just kind of break. It's just like the room's there, but it's kind of disappearing and changing into a different room. And that's going to end your turn. And here comes.
Yeah, I'm gonna dash.
Shoulder check the queen.
Fuck the queen.
Fine, I'll stop 5 feet before my movement and hold my. Stay there.
Oh, I'm
Yeah.
completely joking.
No. Fine.
All right.
Okay, there's my dash.
Okay. That ends your turn.
Yep.
All right. Tuvor is going to keep dashing. So 5, 15, 20, 25, 25, 30, 35. And he's going to stop at Doc. He's going to turn around like, let's move it. We got to go now. And then that's going to end his turn.
Get to the chopper.
Get to the chopper.
Get to the chopper.
All right. That brings the animated armor's turns. One's going to attack you, Chronis, because that's the only one that has 11 to miss. The other two are going to try to break free from their.
Nope. Yep.
And then the other two are going to move, but I don't think they're going to get very far. And that is going to end. Actions on you, Faerly.
All right. Movement and dash.
I made this hallway too fucking long, I think.
Nah.
Well, you guys are doing excellent. It's kind of
It's
supposed to
good.
be
Got
like a
them
chase
bottlenecked.
scene. Next, Matt. Why are all the hallways 10 feet wide? Because of Chronis. Faerly, is that you?
That's it.
All right, actions on you, Chronis.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and move. So I'll take an attack.
8.
Negative. All right, so that takes me there.
I'm not seeing your token move.
Yeah, I'm trying. It's for whatever reason my map zoomed all the way out, and now it's flashing in and out.
Is that where you wanted it?
What was that? 75 feet?
Let me double check. $70.
Yeah, that's good enough.
Okay. Action on you, Skyboard.
Alright. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. I guess we'll chill out here.
Okay. Action is on you.
Yeah, I'm just gonna move and hold an action in case anything comes into view. Any enemies come into view. And that's it.
Okay. I'm gonna actually go ahead and close this one. All right. It's your turn. There's no way that one's going to catch up. So two horse just going to hold position again, shouting at you to hurry up and get close to. Again, the room is where you're used to that stone and marble and blue. It's starting to flicker between this cold, crisp, cold stone to like a room that's kind of glowing amber with licks of green against the stonework, but it kind of fades in and out, back and forth. Actions of the animated armor, they're going to make their dash. You're not even going to see them as he gets to the hall. So that brings you to you, Faerly. Your turn.
I'm gonna move right here and already in action to do Eldritch Blast if any enemies come into view.
Okay. And then that brings you to Chronis.
Alright, I'm just gonna move and dash back into the room.
Okay. And let's see. Now that you all are around Doc, I'm going to go ahead and end combat. Unless there's anything else anyone wants to do before I end combat, or
No.
I take Doc's turn, I guess. So the pulsing of the switching of the room, instead of just shaking back and forth between the room, it finally starts to stop. Let me turn this music off too. So you see the room eventually start shaking in and out, and eventually it's solid. You're in this amber filled like room full of stone. You see this teleportation cell complete, and around you, you look high and you see this massive cavern that you've appeared in. The rocks are pointing down from the roof of the ceiling, about 70 feet high. They are away from you. The floor is polished. You see markings of the teleportation circle. Your eyes lead away from the circle. You see a stair ascending away. You see stairs kind of circling you and leading away to different halls with runes and dwarven writing written into the blocks and the pillars. You see a couple of. Let me switch. It's not really going to be it's not a map. It's just a visual kind of cue. In the bottom right corner is kind of like the halls are going to start looking like. But you see, kind of surrounding you, these dwarves in black, almost glass-like armor, collecting around the teleportation circle. You also see this dwarf in more goldish color. He has golden pauldrons, some red striping clothes striped across them, a long white beard, and a little golden kind of crown upon his head. Grumpy and the Iron Order around you. Thank Lord Orin for meeting in there, and that the Queen needs help immediately. And you start seeing some more priest-like dressed dwarves appear and start to help the king and queen away and check on the group and to see how everyone's doing. What would you guys like to do?
That was definitely some getaway.
Grumpy says, yeah, you like that?
Oh, that was a very impressive display of arcane ability there.
Yes.
You speaking, Faye, the king, or not the king, I'm sorry, the dwarf with the golden pauldron's eyes kind of arch. He goes, you brought one of them back with you? Why would you bring the drow into here? We've worked our lives to keep them out of fucking Glimmering.
She's not part of them. She's with us.
What
wasn't
house
with
do you
them.
claim?
House Bonray.
Bonray. You and your house have fought us many, many times trying to break into Glenmodier, and how are you with us now? And he looks over also, and a fucking snake serpent's bastard son. You brought a fucking hired mercenary here? What kind of crew are you bringing into our stronghold, Grumpy? How are we supposed to defend this location with you bringing in the enemy? And then Grumpy starts to kind of vouch for you guys, and he's like, with you guys' help, we escaped the stronghold. We saved the king and queen. Without you guys were integral in the rescue of them. And he's only known you guys for a minute, but he thinks you guys have earned enough trust to at least have some respect returning to here.
Thank you. I mean,
Thank you.
yeah. Friggin' help
I
save
may-
the king and queen.
I may be of House Bonray, but from the moment I've came across this weapon, a voice has been telling me I needed to leave to help out the world. Something is coming. I don't know what. I've ran away from home to see what I could do to help. I want to change how people view the drow. And I'm not full drow. I'm human on my father's side.
Who would ever fuck a drow? And King Oren will let it go begrudgingly on the recommendation of the Iron Order and look at you a little bit closely, Chronis. And who has bought your blade today? Who's selling you to come here and slit our throats in our sleep?
I don't speak to you, dwarf.
You will speak to me. I am the lord of this castle.
My past is my past.
Grumpy, one of these days you're going to get us all into trouble. Sorry, what was that, my lady?
Can we all just get some rest and some food? We ourselves were taken prisoners there, and I'm sure we're all very tired.
The king lets out a sigh, and he looks over at the Obsidian Guard. I'm sorry, I didn't tell you that that's their name. Well, the dwarves dressed in black armor are called the Obsidian Guard. And he motions to them to kind of drop, lower their weapons a little bit and just be a guard, but take the edge off. He goes, of course, we do owe you guys the safety and the return of the king and queen. And if Grumpy and Doc and the rest are vouching for you, we shall give you guys safe passage. It's the least we can do for saving the queen. Please go. You can find a bed here, or we will cover your stay at any inn in town in the outer walls. And we will need to discuss what has happened, what's transpired, what happened to King and Queen tomorrow. Please return so we can you can attend the council meeting of the kingdoms of Twal and tell us what exactly happened. So the king turns around, or sorry, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say, it seems like we're not welcome here, or at least some of us aren't. Maybe we just stay in town?
The king turns and walks away with the Obsidian Guard following out, and so the Iron Order, nod their heads to you and thank you because they know all the hard work and risk you took. And Grumpy stays behind for a moment. He goes, "Listen, guys, the drow right now, we're constantly fighting a battle on our own end, and things have gone really to hell. And to be honest, Twal has not had the best relationship with Dragonborn and drow at all for a long, long time. Since it's been a very long time, actually, since we've seen the Dragonborn return to the lands of Twal. You guys usually stay on your other side of the ocean. But I will vouch for you and put make sure you guys have a seat at the council tomorrow to discuss what we've seen today, and that you guys won't have any more trouble.
Thank you.
He does say, though, keep your nose clean or someone will clean your nose for you. And he turns around with the Iron Order and kind of follows in after the Obsidian Guard.
Well,
A few female dwarves hang around to kind of help you get settled in. If you guys need anything, to point you in the right direction, and so forth.
I'll ask one of them. Excuse me, is there any place one can take a bath here?
They nervously respond like, yes, we have some quarters here within the stronghold of Glimadier. We can get you all set up with a room if you'd like for the night, and you'll have all your needs.
Thank you.
I'm
Yeah.
confused. Are they giving us rooms in the castle or in the city?
They offer rooms in the castle, but if you feel more comfortable, you guys could leave. There's a village in the outer walls. If you kind of look at the upper image, like so, inside there is like the fortress, the stronghold of Glimadier, and down below is like the town, I guess. That kind of perimeter. It's kind of within their realm of protection, but it's outside. Actually, if you guys make a history check, you can maybe know a little bit more about Glimadier.
Yeah,
All right.
I know nothing.
Yep.
I mean, I know a bit more. I barely know a bit more.
I mean, would I have advantage since they mentioned my house has fought them?
You know what? Yes, because your house has fought them. And that's a very general speaking. He kind of treats you all drow as the same kind of creature, even though, you know, there are different houses and divisions within the drow culture. So you know this place is Glimadier, a stronghold, but it's also most commonly known as the Obsidian Gate of the West. It is the largest gate to the caverns below, which lead to the Undermountain and eventually the Underdark. And it's told that it can connect the western continent of Tual to the eastern continent of Yeznin, but no one's ever made that adventure except for one, and that was Merlin way back when.
All right.
Okay. Sorry, I don't think I answered your question, did I?
That's perfect.
Okay. Did I answer your question, Skybor?
Okay, so what's the party's plan? Are we staying in the castle or are we going to the village?
Lorna's good with either, but seeing how they treated you, she'd probably prefer the city.
Yeah, we could go to the city.
They only mistreated Chronis and Faerly.
Yeah, well, those two. It's half the party.
Yeah.
Like, she won't stand for that.
Okay. So you guys want to go downtown or down into the town and find rooms there? They'll point you in the right direction.
Unless anybody has any other comments.
No, I'm good with leaving.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, fuck this castle.
So the Obsidian, one of the ladies takes you to the exit and whispers a few words to the Obsidian Guard to lead you to one of the inns in town, and you guys are going to make me check my notes. He's going to look at you guys and be like, well, probably the nicer of the two establishments is the Under a Rock Inn, or there's also, if you're looking for a little bit more adventurous types in other favors, you can go down to Dragon's Blood Pub.
I vote the second one.
I'll go to the first one.
I just want a drink.
You all should stick together. Which one would you guys like to go
Ooh.
to?
Ooh. I mean, we could go to the second one tomorrow after the meeting, probably.
Okay.
I'm good with either.
All right.
So long as she can get a bed, she's fine.
Yep. So you guys go. He takes you through the streets. It's it's pretty nice quality of city. It's got paved roads, and the stores look like they are primarily well kept. Even the lower income districts that you pass through are not the worst off that you've seen. It's the when you're going to, you guys chose the first one, so you're staying more into like the marketplace business kind of district, a finer place. You walk in, the obsidian guard speaks to the innkeeper. She's a lady there with, let me double check my notes, blonde hair pulled back into like a braid with like a stone barrette with dwarven runic writing on it. And she nods to the obsidian guard that brought you there, says, "We'll take good care of them." And she immediately asks you all if you'd like anything to drink or eat before you retire for the night, or is there anything that you would like?
I'll ask him, what is the house specialty for the food this evening?
We have some lovely fish, nothing too fancy from our coastal brothers, but we do what we can with the lakes and rivers nearby.
The fish sounds lovely, and do you have any wine?
Of course. Red, white, do you have a preference, my lady?
I'll go with the white wine.
She serves you glass wine. Her hand's shaking a little bit of nervousness because you are a drow, and she just that's gonna sit well with some, but she's treating you with respect and kindness as the Obsidian Guard has directed her to treat you all as honored guests of the king or of the city. Anything else? Would any of you all like anything else?
Bread and water will be just fine.
She fumbles around and gets you some bread pulled out, and then she reaches for a mason kind of jug and pours you some fresh cold water into a cup and hands them both over to you.
All right.
Yeah.
And
Are
you,
there
my
any
lady, or
individuals in here that would be up for a street fight?
not in this kind of establishment. We don't allow that. I'm sorry, my friend. If you're looking for something like that, you're probably looking for more of the client. You probably are more of a client for the Dragon's Blood pub down the way.
I sit beside Chronis. You want a street fight? I can give that to you.
I'm not gonna beat up a friend.
What? You, me, a few beers? Go out in the street? Just have some fun.
All right.
The guard is like kind of cocking his head at this weird exchange. He goes, "I really don't recommend that, but if you guys really want to go at it, there are legal fight pits that you can do combat in. We'd like to keep the streets as clean as possible. We do have a war going on right now."
That'd be true.
Where do I find one of these fight pits?
The Dragon's Blood pub.
Well, then I
Of
guess
course it's there.
just a beer and a bed for me.
All right, and she slides a big jar over to you. As the guard looks very still unsettled with you guys, just so candidly, like, "Yeah, I'll beat the shit out of you. It's fine."
I mean,
See, I knew you would do this to me, Eric. That's why I made sure this town would have a fight pit.
Oh yeah.
Anything else you guys like to do before retiring to your rooms? Do you guys want to get your stories together? What you're going to tell the council in the morning?
I mean, we got captured. We woke up. We fought some shit. We found the king, found the queen, got out of there. That's all that I heard.
The tiefling did say something. He mentioned the Forgotten were returning and my house had not yet joined them. He wanted me to tell my house to join him.
Oh.
So if that's the case, some of the other drow houses probably joined. But he called their group the Forgotten. Does that sound familiar to any of you?
I don't think so.
You guys can make history checks.
Sure. Hey.
Okay. So Faye and Sky, you both would kind of recall from books or texts or conversation that you do recall long time ago, before the kingdoms united and the fall of the Empress. She did lead among the armies and military of humans and normal creatures that exist in the lands today. She did have a darker army that she called the Forgotten, that was made of drow and other creatures of darkness. She was able to, where most of these creatures were unruly, and she did find a way to kind of organize them and have them fight on her behalf to keep the kingdoms in check. When a kingdom didn't pay, or a castle or a city didn't pay tribute, she would go in and make sure that they paid the price for it and basically rule the lands in fear. But this was long time ago, before like Snow and other kings and queens came to be, and Merlin was able to fight her and stop her.
Right. No, looking around, kind of seeing a blank look, as I mentioned it, on everyone except Sky. I'll ask Sky, you want to explain it or shall I?
I believe you'll be better with words than I.
Very well. Well, long ago, before the kingdoms united, that empress they were talking about, she had an army called the Forgotten. It consisted of drow and other beings such as that. They helped terrorize the land. If they're returning, that can't be good. And if my house hasn't joined, it makes me question how the situation is back there.
So I guess the night goes on as you guys talk about this and connect the dots of how these creatures that have kind of disappeared for many years, they've been around, of course, but never organized and never able to make any kind of true offensive, are starting to come more and more back to the surface and out of hiding. You're kind of probably questioning on how they're affecting the lands of Twal. Do you guys want to do anything else before retiring to your rooms?
Well, what time of day is it?
This is going to be the evening. This is pretty late. You guys spent pretty much the whole day trying to escape out of the kingdom in the night, so it's probably pretty late.
I guess Skyboard will retire for the day.
So will I.
So will I.
So the waitress kind of motions over to another barmaid and asks her to show you guys up to your rooms, and she escorts you and makes sure that you all are pleased with the accommodations. They're the nicer of the rooms in the inn. There's not that many rooms to choose for, but these are the nicest ones that they offer. You will each have a room. She says that she would be happy to come back in with some hot water and draw you all baths for the evening if you'd like. But if there's nothing else, she will let you have the rooms and be on her way.
A bath sounds lovely. Thank you.
So she goes ahead and goes through the effort, pulling another barmaid in to help her with the efforts to kind of prepare the rooms and prepare for the baths for those who want one. And then leaves you all to your rooms or your baths alone. And if anyone, go ahead.
Are we paying for all of this, or
No. This is all on behalf of the king,
Okay.
or the Lord. I can't stop calling him a king. Sorry.
All right. So I need to.
Okay. So you all start to drift off into a deep sleep after a long, hard day. The night passes, and in the middle of the night, though, you do start to hear off in the distance the howling of some wolves calling from the edge of the town. Not enough to startle you like they're within the town, but it's enough to make mention and note of as you fall back to sleep and continue to rest. And you all wake up in the morning. The sun is high, but the clouds seem to create some kind of not dusk, shadows and fog-like kind of experience when you wake up in the morning. What would you guys like to do?
Breakfast.
Yeah, breakfast first. I'm gonna get dressed for the upcoming meeting. I'm gonna look in my bag for a outfit that is not decorated with spider regalia.
Okay.
Which is
You
probably
have-
very hard.
I'm gonna
I
roll
think
to
I have.
recharge my
I
wand.
probably have one dress that is not covered with spiders.
Okay. What was that, Chronis? I'm sorry.
I'm rolling to recharge my wand of magic missiles.
Okay, go for it. Lorna, anything you'd like to do in the morning, or just go down and have some breakfast?
Yeah, go down, have some breakfast. I'm wearing slightly better clothes than what I was wearing, but I mean, I'm not that fancy.
Okay. All right. So imagine you all kind of start getting your affairs in order and getting dressed for the day and pulling yourself together. You come downstairs and you all start to meet up at a table. Just instinctively start to join one another at the table. A group of it's kind of a nice sight. A group of strangers a day ago are starting to kind of mold together and become more of a group. And what would you? Is there anything you guys like to do while you're at the breakfast table? You will get half your hit die back.
So if you only spent one, you'll get that one back.
Yep.
Yeah.
Skyboard would go to a stable and just hang around the horses. You know, maybe help whoever works at the stables tend to the horses.
Okay. All right. What about you all? What about the other?
Probably just have a quick breakfast and wait for us to have to go to the meeting.
Okay. Anything from you, Lorna Chronis? Anything you want to do while you're in town?
No, I'm just meditating while we're waiting.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, she might go and look for some other weaponry because, she lost over half her javelins because she didn't recover them.
I assume you recover your javelins, but you are welcome to go find armor.
I am going to go find them because I threw them and I wasn't able to actually go back.
Okay. Yeah, that's a good point because that battle was, there really was.
Get the fuck out of there.
Yeah. But in the future, I usually treat ammo as recoverable unless something specifies otherwise. Like if you're fighting like a rust monster that says it will destroy metal or something like that, I usually would just imagine that you would recover it after you clear a room.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So you would like to go to the blacksmith? Does anyone want to join her?
Actually, as I see her walk out, I'm going to go join her.
Okay. You guys approach, I imagine, the barmaid, ask for directions for the closest smithy, and she tells you about the Emberforge blacksmith. It's ran by a lady called Kimlin, and she's a little rough around the edges, but she's overall a nice person. She should be able to help you guys out. And as you walk outside, you do notice Howard's across the street talking to a stable hand at the nearby stable. If you guys would like to extend the invite, you're welcome to. Otherwise, you can go ahead and proceed to the blacksmith.
Ooh.
Oh, okay. So, Skyward, what do you want to say?
Crap, I had it earlier. What was I was going to ask questions to the horses. What was it? Did you hear those wolves last night?
The horses a little startled by you all speaking and them understanding you, and they're like, I never thought about impersonating a horse before. What would a horse sound like?
Mr. Ed.
The horse goes, Wolf? Yes? How? Yes, we heard it.
Do they often howl during the nights?
Usually, only it's become a little bit more and more frequent. But last night the moon was very, very large, so that's when all sorts of weird things seem to happen.
Do you happen to know where they originate from?
I don't. I imagine it's probably to outside the walls, and there's a forest nearby. The Dragon's Fang Forest is just a little south of here.
Do you like apples?
I love apples.
I hand him an apple.
He munches it out of your hand, and he kind of nuzzles you for a little bit. Like, you got any more?
I'm afraid I only had that one.
Oh, well, I appreciate it. It's nice to have someone to talk to. And usually you guys just hit me with sticks and make me go faster.
Who hit you with sticks?
He kind of motions his head over at one of the stable hands.
I'll be right back.
Oh, gosh.
I go to the stable hand.
All right, you come up to a young boy, kind of looking at you, stopping for a moment from his chores.
You've been hitting these poor horses, boy?
Well, you gotta break them in some way and teach them obedience.
I will take him over my knee and I smack him in the butt like a parent.
Uh, yeah, let's go ahead. Let's see where this goes. So this happens, and the boy's father comes over like, "What are you doing? Get your hands off my son!"
It is very rude to be hitting something now, isn't it?
They're just animals. They're beasts of burden. They do.
We
work
are
for
all
us.
animals.
Oh, goodness, it's one of those hippie. So he takes it. Just leave us alone. Get away before I call the guard.
One of these days, these horses will abandon you when you need them the most. And when that happens, you'll be wondering, why was I so cruel? And then he
Yeah.
walks away.
Whatever, pal.
I go to the horse and I lean in. The moment you get a chance, run.
All right. Though you leave the terrified young boy crying in his father's arms as you walk away. Okay. You see Lorna and Chronis leaving the inn. Look like they're heading somewhere. What would you like to do? You want to join them, or do you want to go back into the tavern?
We wave.
Sure, I'll join him.
Okay. All right. And so you three, Faerly, you stayed inside the tavern, right? You're just enjoying yourself and resting for the day.
You know what? I'll follow them as well.
Yeah.
Okay. You wrap up your meal and you come outside. You see this boy crying. You did not see what transpired. You just see a boy crying with his father, and a horse kind of licking his chops after eating. You imagine some snacking. You see Chronis and Lorna and Skyhorse starting to walk down the street towards the smithy that the innkeeper directed you guys to. You come to the smith. It's kind of a nice little storefront. It has like what it looks like kind of a dragon's kind of skull. Looks like it's kind of blowing fire into a forge, and it's got crude writing in it in Dwarvish, and also a little writing underneath it, and like subtitles to saying the Ember Forge blacksmith. And you guys walk in, and you see this lady there, and she's standing there with mostly plain clothes, some ash and soot kind of smeared across her body and face from working on the forge. She's got gray hair with brown eyes, and she sees you walk in. She goes, "Oi, what can I do to help you folk here? Oh my God, a dragonborn!"
Yeah. Kemlin, is it?
Yes.
Yeah. We're just coming from, the big place up there. I'm not from around the area. I don't know what it's called. But
Lemurier?
yeah. I recently lost some javelins. I'm wondering if you have any for sale.
Oh, of course. We keep those in stock very readily. How many are you needing?
Could you provide me 4?
Of course. And whatever the normal price for that kind of stuff is, whatever.
Okay. 2 gold total.
Yeah, the only things I'll have to look up is any kind of magic items, which you guys are gonna probably have a hard time buying anything outside of common to uncommon. But if there's certain things you're looking, we can probably take those offline. I can try to see what pricing we want to do and work out for that kind of stuff.
Okay.
I mean, I'll try to do it in game, but I just don't want to slow you guys down if I'm fumbling around trying to find it. Anything else I can do for you, my lady?
Do you happen to have any axes?
You don't live near a forest without keeping a few axes in stock. And what kind of axe are you looking for, my dear?
Just a few hand axes.
All right. So she goes, turns around, kind of looks through her inventory, and pulls a few hand axes out. How many do you need? And she lets you pick what your choice of the axe.
I only have enough gold for 1. So I'm going to take one.
Okay. So she hands you the one. And is there anything else I can help you or your friends with? I don't think I've ever had the pleasure of dealing with a dragonborn without worrying about you sticking a knife in my back. Are you here? Are you here on good terms, dragonborn?
I believe we're in the bad part of the neighborhood.
Oh,
I
this
don't
is the
know.
good part.
I mean, I'm not here to hurt you.
Excellent. Then you're here to do business, which is my favorite kind of company. What can I do for you, my friend?
Unless you got magical boots, nothing.
Magical boots. Magical boot. What kind of magic? Specialize in armor, like magic items and like leathers and stuff. My trade is mostly in metals.
Yeah, I normally don't do metals, so
What
I'm just
kind
here
of
for the war.
okay? What kind of boots are you looking for?
I don't know. Wanting to browse.
Hmm. Well,
Where is your
there
closest cobblers?
cobblers. You could probably find one. Around this district. I don't know any prominent ones, but none that would sell magic. If you're looking for items of kind of magical properties, the only place that may be able to help you is the Mortar and Presto shop. They do mostly alchemy kind of things like potions and alchemist stuff, but every once in a while they do get a magic item in stock. You might want to go there and put a word in so they can keep an eye out for something that you're looking for.
All right, I will keep that in mind.
Okay. What about you, my friend? He looks over at you, Skyward. You look like you could use some shoes.
He looks at his feet, wiggles his toes. I like the feel of the earth beneath my feet.
Are you sure you're not part dwarf?
No, I am fully human. Why you ask?
Oh, nothing, as the joke goes over your head. And he goes, you're not from around here either. I can't tell, but your accent's a little different. You're not from, are you from, sorry, I'm messing up the name. Are you from Dahlenberg? And that's the land that the Kingdom of Burles is centered in. Dahlenberg is the land of that.
I'm sorry, I didn't hear that. Say that again.
Dahlenberg, so the Kingdom of Burles, the dominion of it is over the land of Dahlenberg, which is kind of like the country. So she's asking if you're from Dahlenberg. I would say no from conversations we've had otherwise, but that's still very fluid or flexible.
All right, I'll say no. I'll say no to that.
Okay. Yeah, we can flesh those out if you wanted. Whatever you want something a little bit more concrete, we can definitely put something together off the table. Okay, so there's nothing that you need. What about you, my lady? And she says, my lady, very sarcastically. She looks at you, Faerly. Again, a drow. Kind of the motif here.
That's fair. I don't really need anything for here. Don't really wear armor too much. And as for weapons, I kind of just summon what I need to me. Don't really know how I do.
Interesting. Well, maybe that trick is why they let you through the Obsidian Gate. I don't know, but if there's nothing else I can help you find, ladies and gentlemen, and you have no more coin to spend with me, then I really must get back to it.
Well, then I think that's all we need.
Very well. And
Okay. Yeah. Okay. And you guys leave. I will say there is a special, an interesting thing on your axes there. The axe that you picked up, Lorna.
Uh-huh.
You notice that the metal seems a little bit different than the other ones. It has this brand of this of the kind of the sign that you saw in the storefront on the blade, and it looks like it's made out of the core is regular metal in the structure, but it seems to be gilded in like silver on the blade and edge part.
Fancy.
All right, and then okay, then you guys go out. I guess leave the store, and you start seeing a guard walking down the street, and he sees the four of you and says, "Hey, you guys! They're looking for you guys. They're waiting on you to join them at the council."
Of course,
Cool.
then we should probably go there, and then we could check out the magic shop later.
Yes.
You might have time, but we need to hurry it up if you guys want to go now, or you guys can run to that magic shop quickly if you want.
I think we should go to the meeting.
Probably the meeting.
Yeah, magic shop can wait.
Yeah.
You
It's not going anywhere. Rock falls from the sky.
Oh no, there goes the magic shop.
Depends on what kind of boots Chronis wants. No, I'm just kidding. So you guys start walking down the streets and back towards the stronghold of Glimadir, and you see people are kind of whispering and talking as you guys are passing through the streets. You notice that most of the guards don't wear the obsidian black armor that in the town proper that you know obviously your escort is wearing, and it must be kind of a weird sight to see so frequently between last night, today, and maybe the recent events around the area. You guys make your way back into the halls of the king or the stronghold and start walking through. As you traverse these majestic halls, you see statues of what you believe are prominent leaders of Glimadir before. The halls are still lit with that color of amber and green every so often. And you see some luminescent rocks that peek out of the halls or from the cavern ceilings that the stronghold's dug into. You enter this room with a giant marble table, at least 20 feet in length and 10 feet wide. And the king and queen sit at the head of the table next to the Lord of Glimadir, Orin. They seem well taken care of. Looking at them, you would never really know that their lives were close to peril not more than 24 hours ago, except for a few minor scrapes and cuts on their lips and face. But they hide it very well. The king and queen gracefully nod their heads towards the adventuring party as Orin is whispering in their ears. And the king and queen will then, after a few moments, while everyone kind of comes into the room and sits at the table, they will start the conversation thanking the Iron Order. Snow will even go as far as touching the hand of Doc that sits next to her and says, "Thank you for getting us out of there." And she addresses all the ambassadors that are around the table from different kingdoms around the continent of Twal. You see each one wearing slightly different dress and garb from what the normal wear of the kingdom of Burlas wear. You see, you also see Orin talking more so to the king and queen, and eventually an older male dwarf speaks up, making a fuss as he sees you, Faerly, and Chronis come joining them at the table, but nothing as obscene as abrasive as it was the day before. It seemed to calm down. It looks like the good words that Grumpy put in for you all has settled egos and suspicions. As the conversations begin, they basically are starting to ask what exactly happened, and the king and queen start to go into detail about how they were treated in the castle of Mulak and who they saw. They speak of this tiefling, which Snow identifies as Quill. He basically tortured her, and the king said he tortured him as well, asking for the key or asking for a key of Merlin that they were supposed to have. At this time, the Iron Order kind of starts to speak like, we know of the key, and we have been protecting the key for years since Merlin entrusted it to us. Merlin was afraid that it would be too obvious to give it to you, my lady and my lord, and therefore we've been entrusted to keep it for you safe. It is currently hidden away in Mount Stonemere in the mines, just a little to the northeast. The castle starts to rustle and like, what is this key for? And Iron Order says they're not, they were really trusted with its safekeeping, but it's their understanding the keys allow them into the vaults of Merlin. There's one vault apparently in the land of Tawal, and there's a vault as well in the other continent, or the Eastern Kingdoms, and the middle kingdom of Yeznid and Zanza. The conversations continue to go forth, and as the room kind of settles and lets that digest, they also start talking about the king and queen are like, we need to go and save Burlos. It's under siege. The kingdom is being destroyed, and they're probably torturing and killing more people, enslaving more. The consuls, the ambassadors are like, we can't make a response. We're defending our own kingdoms right now. We've never seen attacks like this in the world. At this point, Orin, the Lord of Glimmerdeer, says we're seeing more and more attacks and incidents at the Black Gate or the Obsidian Gate that we've seen in tons and tons of years. The Drow, and he looks over at you, Faerly, and the Druigar and the other creatures from the Underdark have never been so bold to strike at our gates. We are dispatching them quickly, but we're afraid we can't defend the kingdom and the town and the strong and the gates at the same time. And as soon as we lose the Obsidian Gate to the Underdark, then that will be the end for Glimmerdeer and allow even more and more of the creatures of the dark to invade the lands. Go ahead.
Yesterday, I did overhear the tieflings say something, and we were discussing it last night. I think, well, the tiefling, he mentioned my house had not joined them yet. They haven't joined the army of the Forgotten. They're saying the Empress will return. I'm guessing these attacks is due to the Forgotten coming back together.
The ambassadors all start whispering, and the king and queen don't overly react. But don't all Drow really serve the same purpose? Does it really matter the house? And Orin will speak up, and he goes, as much as I'd like to discredit the Drow race, I will say that our houses are pretty important, and I have noticed that I've not seen any discarded Banar. Is Banar, is that the right spelling? Or
Bonray.
Bonray. I've not seen the banners of Bonray been discarded. I've seen the houses, several other houses discard their banners and their emblems and signs, and replace them with a black hand on top of a heart with a sword through it, similar to the tapestry you guys saw when you guys were in the dungeon. That heart with a sword, except it has like a black hand smeared. So perhaps Bonray is not joining the Empress right now. Maybe they are not for that alliance. I don't know why they wouldn't be, but perhaps they are pride, perhaps other goals, objectives. I'm not sure, but they have not struck the wall yet.
And I just posted what the symbol of House Bonnery looks like.
Excellent. I'm trying to pull my notes from our discussion. One of the houses that we talked about, Faerly, they will mention that one of those houses, not Bonray's house, it's they were one of the houses they saw discard their emblems and their logos and whatnot. The other ambassadors are gonna just they're representing the other kingdoms. We do need to say Burlas, my king and queen. That is of the utmost importance. We are not trying to disregard that or downplay it, but there are creatures that are attacking your own obsidian, the obsidian gate of the west, and there's distress coming from the town proper. Your limiter cannot protect even can't protect both fronts. I'm afraid there's word that your rangers in the nearby forest are running into issues and more distress out in the woods. We have not heard from actually your ranger Scarlet in a very long time, who's leading that effort to kind of cut the enemy at the front before they get to your town. So therefore, your guard doesn't have to deal with it. And then the one ambassador, she represents the kingdom of Lunda. She goes, I'm sorry, not Lunda. This is the kingdom of Espa. She goes, our kingdom is primarily a naval kingdom. We're busy fighting creatures that are spilling out of the sea. And Sunos is reporting similar things. Sunos is the kingdom to the west, and she says they're fighting hordes of goblins and trolls and ogres and giants that are coming from the crags of the Hellmouth, from the northern lands. We have not heard from the kingdom of Nottingham or the kingdom of Lunda in a long time. I have fear for the worst for your brother. And one of the ambassadors talked to the King Henry and says, we've not heard from your brother King Charles in a very long time, and no word of Lunda has been made in a long time. Did you guys have any questions or anything? I know there's a lot going on here.
Well, Lorna kind of straight up asks, is there anything that we can do to help? Even if it's just something small, trying to find somebody maybe.
Well, it sounds like none of our kingdoms have the troops to spare to take on any of these initiatives, efforts, and if we did, it would be too large and grand of an effort that would probably be a sign that we're weakness in one of our other fronts. There's plenty we could use your aid, and you would all be rewarded handsomely. In fact, the king calls over to one of the guards and says, "Please, give them the gifts that I owe them for saving me and my lady Snow's life." And you see the obsidian guard dwarf walk over with this chest that's and places it in front of you guys at your seats at the table. Inside of it, you see a couple of heirlooms. You see some earrings and an amulet that bears the royal family crest of Burlas, and also a bag full of gold, about 1,000 gold pieces worth.
Oh my god. Okay.
These are lovely.
We could, we need more help. I don't know where to even start. It's truly up to you. The Obsidian Gate seems to become a more and more pressing issue, but we need to go get we need to go get this key of Merlin. If it's so important that they would make such a bold move to capture the king and queen of Burlas in efforts to get it, and they failed, I'm sure they're going to double their efforts because they know now they've lost their element of surprise. And that is through the Dragonfang Forest that will lead you to Mount Stone Mere. But really, there's just so many. There's really, I don't know if one thing is more pressing than the other, but I'm also fearful for the life of King Henry's brother, King Charles, in Lunda. The fact that we have not heard any word from them, they have not sent anyone towards us, and we just need more help. We can send you wherever you wish to go to help us out. We would gladly reward you for it.
I'm gonna ask, how well hidden is the key?
So the doc speaks up and he goes, "The Iron Order stored it in a place that would not be the first place to look, but it is stored in the mines of Mount Stonemere, which is a very prominent place for where we mine a lot of the ore and gems and stones for the land of Dallenberg, but also share ore with our neighboring kingdoms like the kingdom of. I'm sorry, let me pull up my notes. Like the kingdom of Madeir and the kingdom of Madeir, Nottingham, Sunos, and Lunda. We share the ore that we mine for the land and all of our neighboring kingdoms. So it is in a not an obvious like vault or X marks the spot location, but it is hidden behind some traps and puzzles and some things that we orchestrated to kind of keep it protected even when in our absence.
Okay, so if it's seen as they attacked one kingdom looking for this key, it's probably common sense they would go to one of the other kingdoms and keep going until someone tells them where it would be hidden.
That's true.
In which case, but at the same time, they knew we were in that prison. If they see us heading towards the mines, in case they try watching us, they might go there as well.
Then maybe we go find this Charles and come back here, go do the key on the last thing. Right?
Yeah,
Yep.
we could
Keep them away from the
go
key.
we could help Charles, and perhaps by doing that, we could help reinforce the obsidian gate here with some backup from Charles, and then we could go to the mines.
That's true.
Yeah, and then one of the captains of the guard will speak up and say, and not to add more problems, my lords and ladies, but we are getting. We actually lost a citizen last night, and it looks to attacks and bites from a wolf. We are still having them look over at by priests and healers inside the town, and hopefully it's nothing major, but it's just more and more evil that keeps afflicting us all.
Mm.
There was some howling last night.
I've heard that too.
Wolves are not necessarily evil, but
That
there
is also
could be
true.
something evil that could be corrupting them.
And did I hear that there was a Scarlet missing?
Lady Scarlet, she leads our rangers, the Rangers of Dallenberg, and she's been helping us when we sent word that we needed. The town was getting attacked, and she's been with her other ranger men clearing out the woods nearby where some of these attacks have been reported. And then there's the kingdom of. I'm sorry. There is the land of Alalia, kingdom of Nottingham. King Richard has not sent any aid, but I don't think he will. He's sitting there defending the path to the southeast, and I'm sure he's trying to defend any kind of enemies trying to approach Camelot to the far south of the world of Fantasia. There's many choices, and all are correct. It's difficult to take priority. Whatever you guys would like to do, there's the gate that could fall. There's the gate that could stand. We could just say the other kings. It's truly, if I would have to say, the most pressing matter would be to defend the gate and push back the horde that fights us, or to make sure there's not a horde coming. or to clear these immediate lands and get the key to make sure no one else gets the key. Yes, my friend Chronis.
I heard about an illegal fight pit.
Grumpy just lets out like a laugh. Like he just like can't even hold it in. He just releases it. Yes, there are fight pits in the town of Glimodier. Perhaps your energy would be better spent on the wall or in the forest.
Think of all the things that would be fighting out there.
So just a little out of game character. Like I kind of set up multiple things for you guys. Whatever is of most interest, I can give you more details about anything that you are more gravitating towards as a group. Whatever you guys would like. What kind of adventure sounds more interesting to you all? There is another kind of dungeon crawl slash, going through the Black Gate and fighting it back and investigating further what's coming after the gate. There's, you can escape through the forest and try to see what's happening to the town around. You also got and then make your way to the mines of Mount Stonemere. And you have some other more political, but there's always gonna be some level combat because I really enjoy combat, but it's up to you. Really, what are you guys most interested in?
Logically speaking, from what I understand, maybe it's find the king, go to the gate, and then do the key, or potentially switch the gate and Charles.
We could do that.
Sorry, you broke up a little bit. You
Yeah.
said go to the king and then go to the gate and then get the key.
Yeah, Charles gate key, or it could be gate key Charles.
Yeah, you're breaking up.
It's the damn Canadian internet.
Well, let's whatever you guys decide on. I would like to decide tonight because I'll plan for next week based off your guys' decision. So you guys let me know what your party would like to do most.
Set up shop. Start making some inventory for the city. Just never adventure again. We retire right here.
I will need
there
to get
is a
some-
fight pit. I'm happy.
Well, that's a very good and all.
I will say
Eventually,
for a reference point is that so whereas the gate and key are within the nearby area, the adventure, and again, you can go wherever you want. Charles will be a little bit of a travel journey to get there. It's a little out of the way as most of the lands are, a fair distance of travel. And based on what decision you make, some things may be there for you to do later on and not be able to do later on too.
So
The world is living and breathing. So if you go to do one thing, then some other timelines will progress no matter what you choose. There is no wrong answer.
dun, dun, dun. If we go to the gate, is it on the way to find Charles?
No, the gate is in Glimodier. It's down below the stronghold that you guys are staying in right now.
Oh.
It's the gate to basically it's the largest path and opening into the underworld. There are obviously other caves and other paths that splinter out and come to the surface, but this is the biggest causeway to get in and out of the underworld.
Yeah. So many decisions.
it's a tough call.
So, if we don't find this king, how bad is that going to be for that kingdom? Do we know?
if you don't find the king.
Yeah.
You don't know if the king's disappearing. You just haven't heard any word from them. It's just where all these other kingdoms have been able to send ambassadors or send messages or words about the current status. The kingdom of Sunos, I'm sorry, not Sunos. Sunos was there. The kingdom of Erosia, or I'm sorry, kingdom of Alalia, kingdom of Nottingham from the land of Alalia was not able to make it, and the kingdom of Alvaria, the land of Alvaria, the kingdom of Alunda, is not there either. And that's where King Henry, the guy that you just saved, his brother is King Charles, and he rules the kingdom of Lunda.
So maybe since we're closer, maybe do the gate?
That is true.
I feel like it's gonna be gate key then Charles, since Charles is so far away.
Yeah.
True.
So
But if we, there's also that forest too, investigating what's up with the wolves.
I mean, so that was on the edge of town. Was that near the gate or like opposite side?
So the gate is in the mountain. It's within
yeah.
Obsidian Gate, where the town is a little bit. It's right by the stronghold, as you see in the map. But the forest is kind of along the edge, south of the town. So the gate is kind of like the inside of the stronghold. Enemies trying to come in that way, and the disturbances are coming from the outside of the town. That doesn't have the Obsidian Guard. It has the regular town guard defending it. The Obsidian Guard can't be spared because of the new attacks that are being made against the Obsidian Gate.
Crap. So, Wolves Gate Key Charles?
That's
Gate.
That's probably a good idea.
I mean, even if it's just a quick investigation of the wolves.
Yeah, you guys might investigate one and find out it's not a priority. So
Exactly.
you guys just let me know, and I think I gave you guys too many options, and I apologize. I'll work on keeping it a little bit more narrow scope. I just didn't want you guys to feel like you have to do one thing,
Yeah.
I want you guys to feel like you have really all the options.
All right, let's do this. And we just roll a d4. Gate.
All right. We'll do the gate.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Well, then I will plan next week's adventure towards the gate, if that's so cool with everyone. And we'll just finish a little early tonight because, this is a good stopping point. I will say here's some information about the stuff that was the knickknacks that were in your chest, as well as these are the items you got. You got a amulet of the royal family, Burlos. It does require attunement, or I'm sorry, you can wear it with attunement or without attunement. Without attunement, it's just a sign of their relationship with the royal house, but otherwise, it gives you a bonus action that once per day you can declare your strength for the kingdom of Burlos, and the creature within 10 feet of people wearing the amulet makes attacks at disadvantage. Attacks made by a creature against allied party members other than the amulet wearer provoke an attack of opportunity as long as they are within 5 feet of the wearer. And then the earrings will whisper. They'll just basically let you talk to one another within 500 feet of the other person wearing the other earring.
Oh, shit.
And then you got a ring of protection as well. That requires attunement also.
All right.
So you guys can talk that out offline and just figure out who gets what or who would benefit the most from that.
How many earrings are there? 2?
There's 2. There's a set. You all do level up to 4 tonight. You guys can do that now. I do not have the other book yet. I might try to buy that next week, but I gotta buy a shitload of stain for my deck. So that's kind of, I'm highly invested in oil stain. But
I'm glad I got Xanathar, so I'm good to level up real quick through the character mancy.
if you have any problems, Eric, I know you're still kind of new to this. Let me know. I'll try to help. But otherwise, I had a lot of fun tonight. Did you guys like this kind of switch to more of a dialogue? I was trying to not do it as heavily.
It was fun
as last week.
Yeah.
Too many options. I feel like I gave way too much information.
It was fine. Oh, for leveling up, do you want us to roll, or can we take the average for health?
You can take the average for health, or you can roll. But if you roll, you have to keep the.
I'll stick to the average. That way, I will get 7 hit points.
Yep, that's totally up to you guys. However, I think it's just, if you're gonna roll, it's kind of if you. I'll make this disclaimer: if you roll a 1, you can re-roll a 1, but other than that, you stick with the roll for health.
Okay. I completely
That's
missed
fair.
that. We just leveled up?
Yep.
Oh, fuck. I'm spacing out.
Up
You
to my
should
charisma.
have another player joining you next week. I'm going to help him with his character sheet this weekend, hopefully, as long as he has the time still. Any kind of recommendations or tips that you guys would like me to change or tweak a little bit to make just kind of make this more fun for you guys, or just to improve upon?
No?
No, it's fine.
That's great.
Make the hallways just a little bit wider.
Oh.
I'm gonna have to, man. Howard's like, I'd like to turn into an animal, but I can't.
Ooh, I'm definitely taking average.
Yeah, that didn't work out for me.
No. I have one question potentially.
Okay.
I just need to open a sheet because I've planned this character out to level 20. What did I
That's
do?
the spirit.
Oh yeah. Okay. So because we have the ASI and I'm putting one to my con, will that con be added to my HP or my previous con?
Ooh.
When you up your con, if you're doing it through the character mancer, it will automatically update your health to
No,
reflect it.
sorry. When I'm adding my hit points, my new hit points, it'll be per the new con modifier?
Yes.
If it doesn't, though, for you, feel free to modify that to include that. That makes perfect sense to me that it should include that.
Okie dokie.
Also, you guys are free to choose a feat instead of an ability modifier if you so choose for level 4. Well, at any point, at every ability, like at every ASI level, you're free to choose a feat over an ability increase.
Yeah. No, I'm taking that 20 in strength, please.
Okay. That makes sense to me.
Oh yeah.
So, all right. Anyway, that's all I have for the night, but I will stick around for any questions or people that need stuff. But if people have to bounce because we are at that special time, you don't have to stick around either.
Okie dokie.
What magic boots are you in the market for?
Elven Con.
Boots of Elven kind. Okay. Yeah, that's send me like sometimes if you guys are like, because I'll try to prepare prices and stuff for you guys if there's something that you're really in the market for. Like I said, anything outside of uncommon and common are going to be a little bit harder to come by. But I will try to find pricing. I don't really like the DM guide to the pricing. I've been actually looking at this other pricing forum thread I really like. It seems a little bit more balanced in the pricing. So, but I there's a lot of give and take. If you think the prices are just completely unfair and according to the DM rules, we can discuss those too. But I'm probably going to stick to this forum post because I really like the pricing a little bit better.
Okay.
But all right, well, everyone, I will talk to you later. Again, hit me up through Discord anytime. Hopefully, the notification for next week's event will only happen on Tuesday and not on Monday night. If it does, I'm sorry. I apparently failed, but just remember it's on Tuesday. Just a heads up, too. I will probably not have games on holiday weeks if that's not too disruptive for you all. So plan on July 2nd there not being a game. Just because it's a holiday week and I will have family in town for the holiday. I'm not completely hard and set on that. If that really ruins your guys' plans, I can probably make it work. But if that's okay with everyone, I'll just say everyone has July 2nd off.
I'm fine with that.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah, sounds good to me.
Okay. Well, everyone, I had a lot of fun. Meg, I hope you're having a little bit more fun than maintaining a shopkeep.
Yeah.
Arguing over decorations. How is that going?
We're still in the town.
What?
Yeah.
Ugh.
It's Stash is like zoning out. Like literally me and him are both playing Minecraft during it because we're not doing anything.
Oh, that's unfortunate. Xavier seems like a great guy.
He
plays my
is.
Wednesday game, and I have a lot of fun playing with him. He's a great guy.
He's a great guy, but we're
and I
just
don't know if-
stuck in that chapter.
Yeah, I thought you guys skipped to the next chapter.
No, we didn't skip it. I think we're rushing through it. We did 3 or 4 weeks like in game last week. But still.
Yeah, that was painful. I had to bounce out of that. Not just for that. I mean, real life did come into play, and I was like, I can't. I have too many. I have 4 games a week was getting to be too much. So I'm down to 3 now, and now I'm down to 2 and hosting one, which is proving to be a chore or a lot of effort. I might actually have to bow out of another one if I'm going to host this game because I'm having a lot of fun with this, and if you guys are having a lot of fun with it, and that's good to hear that you're playing out a level 20 character. That's good to hear. So I will. I really am having a good time kind of writing and planning for this. I think I'm writing too much though.
Nah.
It's fine.
I'll try to start sharing some notes too because I know you're taking some player notes, but this might help you just kind of close any gaps. Maybe I forgot to read from my notes properly. I'll try to share that with you guys.
Okay.
Alrighty.
All right, guys. Well, have fun. Eric, did you need anything, or are you good?
No, I think I'm good. I already got my guy leveled up.
Excellent. I will. Did you guys like the music a little bit better this time, or was it kind of just
It was fine.
cool? Maybe my playlist will be there, but I literally made that playlist today, and it said every song was removed afterwards.
Oh.
Oh well. All right, guys.
Okay.
I will talk to you later. I had a lot of fun. Thanks for playing.
All right, later.
Thank
Later.
you. Bye.